What's up, guys? Matt Brown from the LSR Podcast. Thanks for joining me and Dustin and Adam right here on the channel each and every week. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like us to tackle in a future episode. But without further ado, let's talk about people who are not converting and not doing all that well. And we'll just go ahead and kick this to you, Adam, on DC over there.
Thank you for using the word kick, because we're about to do some kicking and stomping right here on the podcast. This report put out by a local station in the DC area, still working on getting full confirmation from the folks at the DC Lottery. But according to this report, and I promise you, I checked these numbers before I said them on the podcast, DC Sports Betting through the Gambit app and online platform has taken a total in handle of $1.2 million since launch in late May. 1.2 million total wagered.
With an revenue. M, not a B, an M.
That is correct. We are talking about Indiana having launched a year ago and having just crossed $1 billion with 3 dead months in there as well. So in case there was a question among those interested in investing in the U.S. sports betting market as to, is there a tipping point into how bad can a platform be? How bad can odds be? How poorly can it be marketed? This is the tipping point, to the point where William Hill was able to open a retail sportsbook in this market and get some positive coverage from people who generally do not say positive things about William Hill, because this has just been so bad. And we've thought this anecdotally just ourselves looking at it, but now we have some reported numbers to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, this was, if you haven't been following the story, we've talked about it a few different times on the podcast. Just to give the very, very short version here for the people who are not familiar just with Gambit and how this is all kind of played out here and why we're saying that this is so incredibly horrible for the consumer.
Yeah, the lottery is one of those that has run a monopoly. They've partnered with a company called Intralot, who is not a sports betting expert by any stretch of the imagination, although pretends that it is. And the result, and they said what they were going to make money by holding more money, by making by making the prices worse for consumers. And I think this first 2 months, again, launching into the pandemic is a little weird, but we have plenty. We just went through the Indiana and New Jersey numbers. This has not stopped other states from growing their markets and adapting to what's going on. This is just a sad launch of sports betting. And that report that Adam mentioned had one of my favorite sentences, I think, that I've read in the history of young history of U.S. sports betting. Is, I think the quote was, or the number was, that Colorado has seen in its first month of operation saw 9 times as much wagered on table tennis as DC has in its first 2 months in its entirety. That gives you a sense of the scale of how poorly DC Lottery and Gambit have done. And we didn't get into the product's not very good. It's the app and the website are among the worst things you could use. Not I don't know, dare I say, even worse than some of what you guys have in Nevada. Maybe
whoa.
That might be strong.
Don't you go there quite yet, my friend. Don't you go there. Don't you go there.
But yeah, it's, the whole thing has been a debacle. These numbers are a debacle now. Maybe they'll bounce back with the starting of sports back up, but they've certainly been worse than other states have been, or states not named DC.
Guys, as a reminder, the full version of this podcast can be found over at LegalSportsReport.com, as can the written breakdown of every topic we talk about on the show each and every week. Thanks for watching.